Is your marketing effort falling flat because you're struggling to get the attention of your ideal clients? Let me tell you, the right story can change everything in your business. In today's noisy digital world, home care agencies struggle to stand out. Maybe you're sharing your services, posting content, and trying to attract clients, but nothing seems to work. Hi, my name's Nick Bonitatibus, owner and founder of Digital Champions. And today we're going to talk about how you can tell better stories. Facts tell, stories sell. Maybe you've heard this expression before. It's extremely popular, well known in a lot of marketing sales worlds. When you leverage storytelling, it's going to be so much more impactful than just simply talking about your services. Stories have the ability to capture attention, build trust, and create meaningful connections that drive results. So here's a quick little story about a post that I shared on LinkedIn. Now, I know if you've been watching me for a while, I talk a lot about video. Well, guess what? This is not a video story. This was maybe about 2 years ago or so. I posted about something that happened to me on LinkedIn, which was specifically built around me using my credit card, building up a bunch of debt while building my business. Having this debt was crippling. It felt like I had this massive weight on my shoulder, building me deeper, 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 just drowning, trying to get for air. And every sale I got, it was just a little bit more. Maybe some rocks fell off my feet so that I could get a little bit higher. But it just continued to build on me until I started having more success. And I was able to get out of this debt and I was able to see the light. When I shared this story, so many people started engaging and commenting because it was relatable. People could understand the struggle, specifically around entrepreneurs that have been there, maybe outside from entrepreneurs as well. People just get stuck into this. When we can share relatable stories, we're going to be able to connect with people on that deeper level. Even though this really had nothing to do with my business, it made people feel connected to me, where I actually jumped on a call with someone years later and they brought up that exact story and thanked me for sharing it because they related to it and it was memorable. And that's what can happen with good stories. People are going to remember your stories. So how can we tell better stories? Number one, start with a relatable problem. In the story that I shared, right, I talked about having debt and using credit cards to build my business. But for you, in the home care industry, you have other relatable stories. Maybe it's similar to that, but you can create two different types of stories. One that's focused on maybe your LinkedIn and that personal brand that's targeting those referral partners, and other stories that are maybe more client focused and focusing on how you've helped those transformational stories. But the more that you make the problem that you are sharing relatable to your audience, the more that you're able to connect with them. Because now you've just told the audience that you understand what they're going through and you can relate to them. And so when you can be a little bit vulnerable, a little bit more transparent, and share those relatable problems, you're going to now be the solution to them having that problem because you overcame it or you helped one of your clients overcome their problem. And in this industry, when it comes to home care, the problems are very common and very similar. And so how are you helping your clients to solve their problems? What were they going through? And then after they started working with you, what was the end result? Connect with those problems and you will connect with your audience. Number two is use personal experiences. Yes, it's easy to just go on and find stories. In ChatGPT's world, you can just go on and, hey, tell me a story about this. But we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that our content is unique, authentic. We want to make sure that what we're sharing is uniquely ours and not just some fabricated story. So it's really important to think about stories that have happened in your life that showcase a triumph, something that you've overcame. What was the problem you were facing and what you were able to do to get out of it in that personal experience. This is what's going to break down those walls, these really human, positive experiences that you have. And in many cases, it may have started pretty tragic. I know there's a lot of home care agencies that have had bad stories and things that they've seen happen with other home care agencies. Those are stories that you can share because they're They're things that you've witnessed, that you've seen from the outside, and making sure that those things don't happen in your agency. But the truth is, they are happening, and not sharing them is a disservice to your audience. Be willing to be vocal, share those unique experiences so you can connect with people on a deeper level. And the third tip is focus on transformation. I've kind of hinted on this and mentioned a few times already throughout this video, but the transformation is the key to success. Taking people from where they were to where they want to be. When we can share these real personal experiences, addressing the problem that our key audience is currently facing, and then showcase how we're going to get them from solving their problem to now not having a problem, right? To having that peace of mind. The key to good storytelling, to good testimonials, comes from that transformation. What was it like before? What is it like now? When we market this way, you're going to start to see greater results in really thinking about these transformations and stories that you have to share. The more that you do this and the more successful clients you have, the more transformations that you're able to showcase and market. Think about your own story. What things have you overcome? How can you share it in a way that's going to resonate with your audience? When I mentioned the LinkedIn post that I shared earlier, it was simply just a written post, being vulnerable, sharing something that I was very resistant to sharing. Most people don't want to talk about their struggles, but that's one post that drove a lot of people to me because it broke down those walls. People felt like they know me, they trust me, and so they want to work with me. The more vulnerable, the more transparent that we can be, the greater results that you're going to have in your business. Marketing is about telling stories. Sales is about telling stories. And it's a lot easier to tell stories than it is to constantly talk about your services. Remember, stories aren't just about entertainment. They're your most powerful tool to connect, convert, and create a lasting impact. So if you want to learn more about how we can help you tell your stories in a video aspect to drive greater results within your business, growing your online brand, increasing leads online, driving more to get top caregivers and referrals from your referral sources, schedule a call today at thedigitalchamps.com/connect.